what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
We'll try not to too much talk over each other, but again, we are girls and we are
agree to disagree.
Okay,
Moving on.
well, the makeup bottle. It's like a cracked out T-bird from Greece.
Yeah,
She's got that black hair.
Good afternoon. It's morning. It's morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to ChickChat. Of course, it doesn't matter what time it is because you can listen to podcast anytime. I'm starting off on a really good note here, getting all my information correct and speaking properly. Welcome to ChickChat here on The Mesh. We waited till the next to last day to record it, but we recorded in January. That's right. So we have kept up our promise of doing one a month episodes, and I'm thankful to Janette for actually reaching out and saying hello. It's almost the end of January, and I was like, oh crap, yes. So time for another Chick Chat. Hello, Janette.
Hello.
Janette's coming in hot just off the interstate. Yes. Ran in the door and says, let's do it. Let's record. But you know what? We have fun stuff to talk about.
Awesome.
Big stuff. Big news. So there's another royal wedding happening.
Yes.
Princess Eugenie.
Okay. It's not Eugenie.
Is it? And it's pronounced like Eugenia, right?
It is pronounced like Eugenia. Eugenie.
I always thought it was Eugenia. Like an A at the end.
So they had an article, I think, earlier this week or late last week.
Yes.
Where there was speculation on just what we're talking about. How do you pronounce her name?
Yep.
And her mother said it's Eugenia. Since she used to explain it when she was younger.
Sarah Ferguson.
Yes.
Okay.
And Sarah Ferguson said she used to explain it when she was younger, when Eugenie was younger, is she would say it's like use your knees. So it's Eugenie, which is hard to say.
Eugenie?
She said she would explain it to people like saying use your knees. Eugenie.
Oh my goodness. Well, look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, you have an actual report from Sarah Ferguson.
Yes, I am the royal correspondent. I know all things royal.
For Sarah, who was banished from the royal.
If there's an article that says royal, I don't care what royalty it is, let me click it and see.
Yes. So, Eugenie. Princess Eugenie.
It sounds more regal than Eugenie.
Princess Eugenie. I've been calling her Eugenie.
Me too. Eugenie and Beatrice.
Beatrice. Is that one right?
As far as I know.
Or Beatrix.
Beatrice.
Right?
Beatrice.
Okay. So, Princess Eugenie. No, Eugenie.
You gotta say it fast. Eugenie's.
I can't even. Eugenie's. Princess Eugenie is engaged to Jack Brooksbank.
Jack. Just Jack.
Oh, goodness. I have missed you, Janette. Janette.
Emphasis on the ja.
Oh, we are going to get in trouble. All right. So, she's engaged to Jack Brooksbank. They've been together for 7 years. Very handsome-looking couple together. Very happy for them. They got engaged in Nicaragua. Nobody's saying exactly when they got engaged. I'm thinking it might have happened around the same time as, Meghan and them, right?
It's Harry.
Yeah, Meghan and Harry. So, hooray. They are... So anyway, obviously they kind of have to play second fiddle to the Meghan and Harry wedding. Yeah. And they are going to be getting married in the fall. Mm-hmm. This is in the autumn of 2018. But they are going to get married at St. George's, which is where I believe Meghan and Harry are getting married as
Yes.
well. So good for them. They get their little treatment. And they're moving into the Ivy Cottage at Kensington Palace.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Is that how Kensington Palace works? Like there's just little cottages around the backside and
I think
all
there's
royals
apartments.
just kind of hang out.
And I think there's apartments.
Yeah.
So, you know the front picture that you always
Everybody
see?
knows, right?
I think that's William and Catherine's residence, apartment 1A. But their
Right.
apartment 1A is 20 rooms,
Yeah.
4 stories.
Right.
What we probably here in the America would
Call
call
it
an
a
apartment.
mansion.
It is a
Right.
house
It's a
within a
castle.
house.
Yes.
So,
So they're in the front, and then they kind of you work your way back.
yeah, and I think there's
in
other
order.
apartments, but then there are also cottages on the property.
And is that where Harry and Meghan live? Right?
Yes, they live in a cottage.
And this is Ivy Cottage is where this girl's Eugenie is going to be living.
Okay.
Yeah. So like what a fun Sunday fun day
Right?
you could have like in a little courtyard out there. You know, rumor has it that they have a WhatsApp app or WhatsApp group message among the royal cousins.
What?
Yeah.
They group text.
Zara, her husband, he's been known to spill the beans on a lot of things, and all royal. And he said that Zara and her siblings, and then cousins, and they didn't say what cousins, but we all know who her cousins
who the
are.
cousins are.
Have a WhatsApp group message. I mean, how funny to get like a little group text that's like party in the quad, you know,
Right.
and like
Cookout.
Yes. Who's barbecuing today?
Who's bringing the macaroni and potato salad?
Sounds so fun now that I know
Right?
they all just like have
you know
these
it's
little
not like-
cottages beside each other.
Wouldn't it be awesome if like that's literally how they lived and not this like
I know.
stiff thing that we always think
That we
that we assume?
Well, things are changing, right? You know,
Yeah.
which kind of brings up the whole Meghan topic. You know, I mean,
Right.
she's kind of making everybody change their stuff, right? She's like, I don't want to do it that way.
Right.
I'm American, damn it.
I'm not
Like
walking
she's
I'm not walking behind him.
Yeah,
He
she's
is my
kind of
husband.
like this.
Yeah.
Well, and we'll get on Harry and Meghan in a second. I have a little bit of tidbit about this whole Jack Brooksbank. Do you
Okay.
know who he is?
He's Jack Brooksbank.
Yeah. Do you know anything about him?
Wasn't he a bouncer or something or bartender?
Well, when they met, he was a waiter.
a waiter.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they've been dating for 7 years, and,
And now
kind
he's
of
an
worked
investment banker or something?
No, even better.
Okay.
He's a staple in the London nightclub scene. Okay, which that's fine. He's 29, so he's a man about town or whatever. And he now is the brand ambassador for Casamigos Tequila, which is George Clooney's
What?
brand. Yes, just throwing that out there.
Is he going to be able to keep that job?
I don't know. He's hoping in the future. It says that his future goals is to one day own a chain of pubs.
Really?
I mean, I don't know.
She's in the
But
top
I'm
10
kinda-
flight of succession. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I'm kind of thinking that, like, she's a lot cooler in my mind now. Like, that she goes after some waiter and they date for 7 years and then they get engaged, and he's like, works for tequila company and wants to own pubs. Eugenie sounds pretty cool now. And you know what? I still have that image of her at William and Kate's wedding where she
With
and
her
Beatrice
sister?
get out of the car and they have those cuckoo hats on. And then somebody made the meme of them beside the two
Yes.
stepsisters from Cinderella. And that just, it stays in my head. But she even looks sweeter now. Like she's cut her hair. She's got this cute little like lob, and she's seems very happy. And I watched a little bit of their interview. He did get down on one knee, and it was beautiful. And she's got this beautiful rose colored ring. It's really neat.
Similar to her mother's.
Yes, which is what they pointed
Yeah.
out. And they actually, I think he proposed and then they designed the ring together after the
that's
fact.
nice.
Yeah. So it sounds like she maybe wanted it to look
Oh, that's nice.
like that, which I think is cool. Yeah.
Now, I did hear that at her wedding, possibly,
Yeah.
Harry and Meghan, who will then have already been married,
Being married. Yeah.
will potentially run into Cressida Bonus Bonus.
Really?
Because they're Eugenie and Cressida are friends, and I think they said that she's the one who introduced Harry to her.
To Cressida, which was like what, 3 girls ago?
Maybe just one.
She came after
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Oh, she came after Chelsea. Okay. Well, I am here for that. I will watch like a hawk. You know, I'm excited. Can't wait for that one because I do love a little scandal showing up, right? They are going to be coming out with a Meghan and Harry love story on Lifetime.
Of course. We got the William and Catherine.
We got the William and Catherine one, which was fine.
How are they going to do the roasted chicken scene? That's what I
want to know what you really are going to do. I mean, that's when they cut. That's how when they ended the last one, was when he got down on one knee in Africa, and it was like at a sunset, and that was the end of the movie.
This one's going to like
sunset in this one. This one's going to be like chicken. In a kitchen, exactly. And you're going to hear her say something like, "Would you like to go roast some chicken?" And he's going to be like, "Will you marry me?" And that's it. So, I mean, I'll be here for that as well.
I mean, I'll watch it. It'll be a Lifetime movie, but I'm going to be there watching it with my popcorn.
Absolutely. And some updates from their wedding since we last talked. Meghan Markle is now breaking even more traditions.
Oh, Meghan.
Meghan has now said that she is going to speak at her reception, like give a speech, which apparently maybe the father of the bride's typically supposed to do in these royal receptions. Meghan says, I'm doing it.
Why?
The feeling is, this is a quote from E! News Online, and it says, the feeling is if Meghan's father doesn't speak for her, she wants to have the chance to thank her husband and everyone who has supported them. And Harry thinks it's a great idea.
Is her father invited to this wedding? I'm starting to get the feeling
sounds like
that
he's not.
I mean, she wants her mom to walk her down the aisle.
Yeah.
Which I get. They're very close.
Sure.
But there's a lot to be said for tradition as well. I'm okay with like maybe them both.
I agree.
I get her wanting to have her mother do it. I get that. That's a very American thing, I think, which is fine.
Yeah.
Bring some of your American traditions to that. But at the same time, like, there is something, they do have a very long tradition. There's something to be said for that tradition. You are marrying into that family.
You're marrying into this royal family that has had traditions way longer than your family.
Right.
You know, it's just, unfortunately, there's a fine line, I think. She is doing a couple other things that are a little different. These aren't, earth-shattering, but... when Diana and Charles got married and when Kate and William got married, they got married during the week. And she's going to get married on a Saturday. Okay. And so they'll be getting married on Saturday. And her cake is going to be made with banana when normally it's royal fruit cake. Take that, Queen. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like... now people are just kind of waiting for her to do things differently.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of already started that. For goodness sake, she went out with a messy bun the other day. Did you see that?
I did.
Whatever. I'm kind of like, Meghan, just play nice for a little while until you get hitched.
But Harry's also not going to be king. That we know
This
of.
is true. A
lot would have to happen for him to be king.
Agreed. And a lot would have to happen. And, I'd be curious to see how it was. I don't know. I guess I'd just be curious to see how it was if it was roles reversed. I think Harry's kind of playing second fiddle to her right now, which is, and it just always seems like
I think Meghan
says things. Change. Yeah. Meghan says something and they're like, oh, Harry agrees.
I'm okay with having them be a little more equal.
Absolutely.
But like you, even with the interview, I said, I feel like she's trying to take charge.
Yep.
And people want to hear from the prince.
Yep. I think that if she's not careful, I'm not saying she's to that point yet, but if she's not careful, I think that might really start to rub people wrong as it goes on. If she's married, is kind of, she'll get termed some sort of nickname or something about being like, having him with like a ball and chain. Yeah. He's on the ball and chain, right?
Yeah.
So it could be, I don't know. I just hope she's very careful if she wants to, not become a Camilla joke, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's my royal news. I don't really have much else to report unless we're waiting on, baby to arrive. Kate went ice skating.
April, right?
Yeah, that's what I think, because they had to wait like right afterwards is when they're doing the wedding, which is May. She went ice skating like over the weekend and had all these people photographing her, and people were like up in arms because they were like, I thought she had like, she was taking steps back and all this stuff while she's pregnant, but here she is out there ice skating. So anyway,
When is she ice skating?
I know, right? So sorry, she was having fun. But yeah, so waiting on the baby. 2 weddings back to back almost right after
2
that.
weddings and a baby.
Can't wait. It's going to be a fun little 2018 for that royal family. Poor Beatrice.
Come on, Beatrice.
Beatrice. You ever seen that Key and Peele skit where they say the names wrong?
Oh, yes.
Where the substitute teacher's there and he's reading out the names. He's like, Balake. Balake. Yes. And he's like, you mean Blake? Where's,
I know what I said.
Where's Jay Quillen? Jay Quillen? It's Jacqueline. Jay Quillen.
Okay, so you know how we were talking about Meghan in the British accent?
Yes, how she's going to pick one up ultra fast.
So, again, an article last week said, is Meghan starting to pick up a British accent?
No.
Remember when they were in Wales and they were greeting people?
Yep.
There was something she said, and I had to rewind it a few times before I finally picked up on it. It wasn't blatant, but you could tell that she said something, and you're like, oh. It was something about quite a day or something like that. And the way she said day was like day.
Quite a day.
Or something like that. And I was like, oh, Meghan, no.
Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. They will laugh you right out of that country.
She's going to want one, though, because you know her kids are going to have one.
Yes.
She'll be the only one who doesn't.
But all the more reason I would be in there, like, I don't know. I guess it's just me personally, though. Like, I would kind of be over there flaunting my Southern accent.
Y'all say coffee.
I know, right? This is funny, y'all. Right?
And y'all throw in a y'all every now and then, and hey, ya.
Love it. I just think it would be fun to be that girl. I mean, if you want to be really different, then by all means, keep using your American accent. So you are.
Her kids are going to have like a mixed.
I know, right? Little bit thug, little bit British. Little street, little Brit.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see now.
The wait is on for what her dress going to look like.
Oh.
Which tiara will she wear? Who will walk her down the aisle?
What celebrities will be in the audience? Will your Suits stars be there? Will the star that you've made out with on Suits be there?
Will she have bridesmaids, or will she just...
Did you ever watch 90210?
Yeah.
Not the old one.
Some of the new one.
Okay. Some of the new one. She's in an episode of that.
Yes.
Have you seen what it is?
Yes.
Meghan Markle.
Oh, Meghan.
All it is a quick little shot in a boy's car from the outside. Like, we're looking from the outside into a boy's car. The boy's in the driver's seat. There's nobody in the passenger seat until Meghan's head pops up from in between his lap and the steering wheel.
Oh, Meghan. Let's hope they don't get 90210 over there.
I know, right? I mean,
They've deleted all those episodes. You can no longer watch it.
It's like when Friends went back and took out the Twin Towers and all the episodes.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
There's certain networks that only show the ones that have like they cut out the Twin Towers in the little scene pans, you know?
Yeah.
I think Britain's done a Meghan Markle cleansing.
That scene never existed.
Yeah, it's just
you're going to be confused like halfway through the episode. Like
nobody even like Howie Mandel's not even allowed to go in England anymore. Like we're not going to talk about the briefcases or anything.
Right.
Oh, Meghan. All right, moving on. It is award season.
Yeah.
Been hot and heavy with the awards. We've had the Golden Globes, Screen Actors Guild. The Oscar nominations have been announced.
Yes.
And then we had the Grammys.
We did.
So, for the movie portion of this, okay, I would like people to, not right now, but when the episode is over, go on over to Foot Candle Films here on The Mesh and listen to the latest Oscar nominations episode, which I got to guest star on. Yay! I got asked to come in for a fresh little perspective on some of the Oscar nominees. So go over and listen to Foot Candle Films' latest episode. But for us today, I want to do just a really quick rundown. Okay, this is going to be your this or that. Okay, this is going to be quick fire with Janette.
Oh, right.
Okay, you didn't know this was happening, but I'm doing it right now.
Wait, sip of water.
I'm
just
ready. Get ready.
Let's go.
I don't want to know if you've seen the movie.
Because the answer is probably no.
Right. I don't care if you know who this person is, but you're going to pick the winner, okay, from a couple of select categories. This is the Oscars,
I'm picking the winner?
Yep. Winner.
Bring it.
Winner. All right. So, and like I said, I'm only doing a couple categories.
Okay.
So just hold on tight. Costume design.
Oh.
Okay. Just think about this.
Okay.
Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Shape of Water.
Yes.
Darkest Hour. Victoria and Abdul. Or Phantom Thread. Winner, go.
Victoria and Abdul.
Done. Supporting actress.
Okay.
Mary J. Blige for Mudbound. Allison Janney for I, Tonya. Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread. Octavia Spencer for The Shape of Water. And Laurie Metcalf for Lady Bird. Winner.
Allison Janney.
Got it. Leading actor. Okay. Timothy Chalamet, Call Me By Your Name. Daniel Day-Lewis, Phantom Thread. Daniel Kaluuya, Get Out. Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour. Denzel Washington, Roman J. Israel, Esquire. Go.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Got it. Best Picture and final option. Call Me By Your Name. Darkest Hour. Dunkirk. Get Out. Lady Bird. Phantom Thread. The Post. The Shape of Water. And 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Go.
The Shape of Water.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we will do on the Oscar nominations portion of this show. Again, we do want you to please go check out the Foot Candle episode over on themesh.tv. Now, did you watch the Grammys?
Some of it.
I mean, I'm just going to throw this out there. I never liked the Grammys.
Yeah,
I never liked them.
I like the opening act.
Yes.
And usually like 2 or 3 other.
Okay.
Well, let me say
I just find myself really never knowing who some of the people are. Like, sometimes I realize, like, I've never heard of you and you're up for Best Artist or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just always, I never know. Mm-hmm. Tried to watch it some this year. I quit. I quit the Grammys.
I quit I quit, and then I think I missed. Okay, so I was looking forward to Bruno Mars. Haven't seen it. I will watch it at some point. But when I turned it,
Yeah.
this is not. It just something about it rubbed me the wrong way. I turned it during Elton John and Miley Cyrus when they were singing Tiny Dancer. I was like, Elton needs no help. Thank you very much.
I know.
I'm
Get
done
off
with
the
this
stage. Yep. I know.
And who chose Miley for that? Just out of curiosity.
I love James Corden, and he was hosting, and I kind of thought he'd be okay when he was fine.
He was fine.
But it's like some of the stuff I'm like, just move on.
Hasn't LL Cool J hosted it before?
Hours.
And
I feel like he has.
I don't think he was really that funny.
No.
And I think they were looking for some humor this year, which I'm glad they brought him in for that.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
so Kendrick Lamar opened it up.
Yes. I love a good Kendrick Lamar performance.
I agree. And this one, I mean, was good.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He's always entertaining.
Yeah, U2 came on there with him.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Dave Chappelle was on there. Weird. Whatever. Kesha. Did you see her performance?
I did.
I think she had great intentions.
Yes.
I think performance-wise fell short. I was not
I get the message of the
Super-
song and how emotional it is. but yes.
Absolutely.
I was trying to figure, I think I was lost because the whole time I was trying to figure out who was singing with her.
Who all the other people were.
Yeah.
And they had a ton of people up there with her, ladies.
Yeah.
And like, there were some people that got up there and they didn't sing a note.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was weird.
I felt like I was distracted by just trying to figure out who was like, I was like, is that Paris Jackson or who is that?
And you're all in white. And then and Kesha's really like worked up about it and stuff. So anyway, whatever. Did you see Blue Ivy make her appearance
Just
with
insane.
Beyonce?
Like
and
on stage?
Jay-Z? No, in the audience
yeah.
for the event.
Yes.
So she obviously has become like a hot topic on the internet right now because you can find a clip of her telling her mom to chill out. Puts her hands
You
down.
don't have to clap for everything.
Yes, just relax, mom, bae. Just relax. So you can look up a little clip of her. She apparently, I don't know who it was that was saying something, but Beyonce starts clapping and Blue Ivy kind of puts her hands on her mom's hands and was like, psh,
I think it was when Camila Cabello was talking.
oh, Camilla.
You know what award show I enjoy? And
She
you're gonna
sings
think it's
Havana,
weird.
is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Havana, oh, no.
Oh,
My
no,
daughter
no, no.
loves her.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes. I enjoy watching the Country Music Awards that Carrie Underwood and Brad Paisley host.
do it.
And I love that they have them do it every year. For a while, you know how it was like
Yes.
they would get different people to do it?
Yes.
I
And
love that they are consistent with
I'm
it.
not even a big country music fan, and I enjoy watching that one.
They have a lot of music.
Yeah.
And a lot
Yeah.
of times they have a lot of crossover acts.
I was about to say, and they have a lot of like
Collabs.
duos
Yeah.
that they bring on that people obviously aren't.
like, oh, I never
normally.
would have put them together, but
it's
that's
perfect.
like the Justin Timberlake and Chris Stapleton's thing.
It's amazing. That was perfect.
And I mean, the Grammys is almost the perfect opportunity to do that because it encompasses all of music.
But I feel like some of these pop stars, some of these larger than life characters, if you will, don't want to share the stage with anybody, and they're not
Sure.
going to let them.
But that would make the show more enjoyable.
It would be great
because what better place to put a country and rock and R&B
Right.
and rap artist all together doing
Yep.
a song that no one expects them to do.
That's right.
I mean,
I love it.
you have them all there. They don't have to come special for it. Mm-hmm. They're all there. And I feel like we get caught up in watching someone do a remake of their video on the stage or sing a song that everyone has heard thousands of
Radio
times,
edit.
which is the same thing with the Country Music Awards. But for some reason, I enjoy watching them. I enjoy the
Hands
performances.
down. 100%.
And there's not a lot of anything to it. There's not a lot of dancers on stage. It's
Yeah,
just a band
yeah.
and a singer for the most part.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't need pyrotechnics. And
Did you watch them this most recent go round?
yeah.
And Carrie did that performance for the Las Vegas
Yes.
shooting. Oh my gosh. It was
amazing.
unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, it was unbelievable.
I mean, I feel like the Grammys just try to throw things there to see what sticks. Like
Yeah.
they had a Broadway performer perform.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
introduce Patti LuPone, who was singing
Who
Don't
sang
Cry for Me, Argentina.
Yeah, who did a tribute to that. You know, I mean, I don't know. It feels like
I mean, and I
everything was-
love that song, and I love Patti LuPone,
but it was not the time and place. I feel like
Yeah.
it would. I agree. They're just trying too many different little things. Didn't care
yeah.
for it.
But I don't know what they could do. I have no solutions, but
Yeah, you know that Katie Holmes and Jamie Foxx made an appearance together there. We haven't really discussed this. Like, I mean, is this for real? Are they for real?
I mean, I think so. There's been rumors about them for years.
For years now, and they still keep popping up. So it makes me wonder if they're sort of like best buds, have a good time.
I think there's something to it.
Or if there's more.
I think there's something to it.
Yeah. It's weird.
Because wasn't he friends with Tom Cruise? They were in a movie together. I do know that. Collateral Damage, maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
I may be making that up. Don't go on
I
that.
have
But
no
I know
idea,
I know
but-
they were in a movie together. I just don't remember what the name of it
Interesting.
was.
I didn't think of it that way, but I just thought the two of them together was weird.
It is an odd pairing.
Yeah.
But
It's all right. Whatever.
Sure,
They seem.
I'm okay
I mean,
with
if it's
it.
gone on this long, then maybe it's legit. I don't
what?
know.
And I'm glad I don't know a lot about it. I like when people
True.
kind of keep their relationships to themselves because they can.
Absolutely. Take that, roasting chicken, Meghan Markle. So in some other entertainment news, did you hear about old Ronda Rousey?
The WWE?
Yes.
Yes, because my
Leaving.
daughter is a huge wrestling fan.
Yeah, she's leaving. Like, what? Your daughter's a huge wrestling fan?
I don't know where it came from. Yes.
Really?
Really.
How'd you let this happen?
I don't know.
This is
My
bizarre.
cousin's husband let it happen. Because we'd be over their house and they'd be watching wrestling and she was just all like, and he's like, oh, you like wrestling?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. Well, yes, Rhonda has announced that she's done with her. What is she? I mean, was she's like kickboxing or she's boxing? Just regular boxing?
She was an MMA fighter.
Okay. So she's leaving that and now going to
She
the
lost
wonderful
twice.
world of wrestling. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So she quits, obviously. I personally think she will make a fantastic wrestler because
Sure.
I think she is way too dramatic for her own good. And I think she got built up real fast by a lot of people and then got shut down. So, oh well. But that came across my news feed earlier and I was like, I don't know.
Hi, I'm Alan,
I'm Chris.
and we're the co-hosts of Foot Candle Films, a movie review and film discussion show here on the Mesh.tv.
Each episode, we talk about some new movies, cover some film news, and have some recommendations.
And trust us, we're just as likely to talk about the latest Jim Jarmusch film as we are the newest Transformers installment.
Hold on, don't get too crazy.
Well, okay, maybe not that bad. But you can find our show and all our episodes on the Mesh.tv. Plus, you can subscribe to get new episodes delivered right to your computer or mobile device.
We'll see you in the ticket line.
Let's see. What else do I have here on my handy dandy notes? Oh, hey, what you been watching lately? Anything new? Good? Anything exciting?
I don't... Out Frank and Gracie.
Okay, you've been watching that.
Yeah.
I've not watched the new.
I'm
Once.
into the new season.
Okay.
I've kind of dropped off on Riverdale. I got to pick it back up. You know, soccer season's picking up. A lot of things
I
get
hear
lost.
ya.
I got to catch up on things.
So you
End of first season. I think the first episode of...
but you watched the whole first season then probably, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes.
I have been watching Riverdale. I watch it on delay, but like
Yeah.
I'll watch it, you know.
I am not caught up on This Is Us, and it's... and I know I need to catch up by Sunday.
You got to.
I know.
Because Sunday's going to be the Super Bowl, and they're airing a special episode afterwards, which is going to reveal the way that Jack dies.
Listen.
Which we've all been waiting for. And you didn't watch this past week's episode? No. Holy crap.
I got to catch up. But listen, I think I'm delaying it. I cannot take it.
There is no...
I'm in denial, okay? I will freely admit I'm in denial.
I love Milo. I love
Yes.
him.
Yes, Ventimiglia.
Yes.
Love.
Eugenies. No?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I do. I love
Huge
him.
fan. I am in denial
Yeah,
about
I know.
this whole thing. So I think I've purposely, like, as I've felt it building up, I'm like, not going to do it. Because if it doesn't happen in my TV, it doesn't
happen in real life. Well, yeah.
I know. I got to catch up.
I wish you knew this week's because there are so many internet memes going around about it.
Well, I've seen the previews and I've heard, you know me, I've seen the news. I get the gist of what's about to happen.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It's
My whole thing, I guess, is once we know, where do we go from there? Is the story
I don't
over
know.
with him?
No.
It can't be over.
I don't think so. I think there's still some more that we're gonna. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but that show's amazing.
It is.
I love This Is Us.
Yeah.
Anybody's not watching it, it's on NBC, and it is absolutely worth it. And just buy some stock and Kleenex before you do it, because I felt like I was crying every episode. You know what it is, though? I don't know. I mean, it's great. The actors are amazing, all of them. The storyline is compelling. You know, the way that they cross over the years and stuff. It's beautiful. But I think one of the coolest things is that the reason I love it so much is that I find, like, things that I relate with from my childhood. Like, it's so real. You know, I mean, I think anybody that watches it could find something. Yeah. Yes. I think they could find something that they relate to, right? Whether it's anybody's storyline, I think there's something you could relate with. So it's just so good. And
I'll catch up
now.
It's upsetting, but I'll catch up. And other than that, I've just been watching on a consistent basis Grey's Anatomy. And
You still watch Grey's?
yes, I love Grey's.
Really?
And I've been watching Scandal,
That's
the final
amazing.
season.
Oh, girl, I've been watching Scandal too.
It is
Are you called up to date?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the dad, he went a little cuckoo, right?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Yeah. And so Quinn was dead, but then she wasn't.
She was. Spoiler alert.
But we don't know. I know, right? Sorry, but we don't know what is really happening. I don't know. I'm really confused on where all this is going.
Well, okay, and just spoiler alert: if you
Absolutely,
haven't watched,
if
then
you
you probably
watched
want
it,
to
sorry.
turn. You might want to turn the radio down.
Yes.
So I think the whole thing was he just wanted his bones back. Okay,
Wanted his bones back.
and it's kind of this power move
Olivia
between him
wouldn't
and
give
Olivia.
him back.
I
She's
think
B613 now.
right. I think when she was willing to let Quinn die, and Quinn heard that something clicked in Quinn and
Yes.
was like, "You're kidding me."
Yes.
But Papa Pope
Yeah.
is
Who's amazing in this.
yeah.
He's
Is-
amazing.
I think he did it to save Quinn's life because Olivia would have eventually found a way to have her killed because she knew too much.
Wow.
And seeing how Olivia reacted to just letting him kill her, he knew Olivia was going to do anything it takes to save herself.
yeah.
And Quinn realized that as well.
Yep.
Olivia was not going to go over a cliff with Quinn,
Sure.
but Quinn would go over a cliff with Olivia.
With Olivia.
So I think it's part of that.
So now the baby is just like, is Quinn okay with being there?
I don't think she's okay with being there, but she understands why.
What he was doing?
Remember when she was looking at the clothes and she was like, they're closed for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Here. And he was saying, women and children first. It's always about protecting them.
Yes.
I did it to save you. So.
Interesting. It was intense. These last 2 episodes, super intense.
I never thought that I would get to the point in all of Scandal where I really did not like Olivia.
I agree.
And I'm to that
And
point.
I'm to that point. I don't like her. I don't want to watch her. I don't like that beautiful, what's his name? Jake is by her side every day. I don't like that because he's just her beck and call guy. But I don't like that she goes to Fitz's door and knocks on his door for late night booty calls.
But is he?
Who?
Jake.
Oh, I know. He's still with Papa.
I'm trying to figure out because he has that camera in there.
Yeah, the dinosaur.
He easily I don't know if Papa doesn't know the camera's there, if he does.
That's what I didn't know. I don't know if he realized
because he keeps
that.
talking to it.
Yes,
But by now he would have seen Quinn.
correct.
But Olivia
Jake.
doesn't know that she's alive.
True. Well, as it stands, what we're seeing, I don't like seeing Jake follow her around.
True.
Based on what we see. We can have
Oh, and I
theories,
don't like that
obviously.
she just goes to Fitz.
And I don't like that she goes to Fitz because I think
Yeah.
Fitz is actually trying to do the right thing by he's staying away. He heard about Quinn. He came and offered condolences. Thank you very much. But, she kicked him out. And he was like, okay, fine. And he talked to Huck.
Yep.
And Huck was like, didn't you think something was wrong? And he's like, yeah, I do. He's seen it. But he is so magnetized to her, he can't help it. But I hate that she was the one that did that. I don't like her right now. Do
No.
not like her.
I don't know that there's coming back for her.
I don't think there is. Considering it's the last season, I think Olivia goes down in flames.
She needs to.
I'm fine with that.
I'm okay with it.
Yes. I love Kerry Washington, but
Fabulous actress.
You're amazing. But I don't like Olivia, and she's doing a great job of making us hate her.
I'm over her.
Yeah, the whole I'm B613 now or whatever. I'm like, back off. You got it by default.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
And I'm still confused about the whole Cyrus story arc. I'm gonna have to
I don't
figure
know
out
why
what's going on with
he's even
that.
still around. They just should focus on OPA here at the end, whatever.
Like Opa.
Yeah, Opa, just stick with that. So yes, I've been watching that. I've been watching American Crime Story. The Gianni Versace
I have
one?
it taped and on demand.
Okay.
But I haven't seen it.
It's
Is it good?
incredible.
I've just been impressed with how much that guy looks like Andrew Cunanan.
The whole cast.
Oh, really?
Oh my gosh. When you're watching them, like Penelope Cruz is Donatella.
Yeah.
And at first when I heard that, I was like, no. On point. After watching her for a little bit, because I'm like, she's kind of a hard one to play.
Who plays Gianni Versace? Because I think he looks like him too.
He does too, but he does not normally look like that in life. Obviously, it's a wig and stuff like that. And I can't remember the guy's name. But Ricky Martin plays the boyfriend. Oh. And he's great. You forget that it's Ricky Martin. This guy was Gianni's partner for like 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like lived in the house with him 15 years and found him like on the steps and stuff. Yeah, Darren Criss is the one that plays Andrew Cunanan,
I think.
Eugenides. Yes. Yeah. So he, and he's amazing in it to play that perfect mix of weird and uncomfortable and madman, all together. It's really good. So I've been watching it.
I'm on it.
Yeah. And the colors and the scenery and stuff's beautiful, and it looks really true to form.
I've always wanted to go to the Versace mansion. I don't know, like...
I don't know why, but I don't know.
I know it's open. Isn't it like a hotel now?
Oh,
I'm sure it's expensive. I think it is.
That would be cool.
But
it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would be down for that.
Did they film it in the actual...
I don't know. I cannot tell if it's the real or not, but if it's not, it looks shockingly close to it because I did a little research after. Looking it up and stuff, but it looks just like it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Penelope Cruz's wig is on point. That blonde hair she's got to wear and stuff, but it's crazy. It's really good to watch. So watch that.
I will watch that.
I've of course been watching Shameless. I am ashamed that I still watch Shameless,
I'm
but
like
I watched
3 seasons behind.
I watched Shameless.
I like it. I just haven't caught up. There's so much that I want to watch that I'm like, oh my gosh.
I know.
And the problem with me and binging is I get to like season 3 and I'm like, I need to watch something else.
I agree. I'm the same way. The same way. But I am caught up on that because I just watched that.
Okay, so I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
That I've always wanted to know, and without having to go back. Is the boyfriend from like season 1, 2, and 3 of what's the sister's name? The older
Fiona.
Sister? Fiona. Is he really dead?
The
Jimmy?
Jimmy Steve?
Yeah, Jimmy Steve.
Is he really dead? Well, I don't know what you've seen.
The last thing I saw is of him.
Oh, yeah.
He was taken off on the boat.
By his girlfriend's like father or whatever?
Yes, and then someone came and gave her a package of money and said, Jimmy wanted you to have this.
Oh, right. No.
He's not.
I believe... I can't remember. Goodness
I thought the whole thing is they were going to kill him.
I'm on season 8.
But he's not there now.
No. He's not been around for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. Fiona's actually... Oh, never mind. Has Fiona bought the diner yet that you're watching?
No.
Patsy's Pies?
No, the one she works in?
Yes.
No.
But she's working there now. Mm-hmm. And has she met Gus?
The owner?
No. Okay, the owner,
manager.
Dermot Mulroney, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They were engaged at one point.
Yes. And she didn't get married to him.
Right, because she was marrying like the singer dude, right?
Gus. Okay. She met Gus, got married to Gus, and then Steve came back.
Oh. Okay, so I didn't see the part where Steve came back.
Okay. But that's it.
Gone.
That's all you get. That's all you get of Jimmy
Steve.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Many more men to come in Fiona's life.
No, Fiona, just settle.
Yep. Not happening.
She's shameless.
Yeah, I'm on season 8 and it ain't happening.
Okay.
Other kids get married though, so there's that. Okay. Awkwardly, right. Amazing Race. Been watching it.
Yes.
Have you been watching it? I have too. And I rarely watch The Amazing Race. I told you the only season I've ever watched was the one I was on.
Right.
Came
Yeah.
to my office, but I never watched another whole season. all the way through, and I'm going to do it this time because Jess and Cody are on there.
And I'm not hating them on there because they don't focus on them.
That's right. But you know what? We said this whenever the show ended. We said that Big Brother's Jess and Cody on Amazing Race would do very well on there because it was just them that they had to worry about. They did not have to be as a big group, right?
Right.
And they are. They're
well.
kicking ass. Like, they're doing really well. And I know it's edited. I know it's cut down. We don't see everything. But they seem to, like, work really well together.
Yeah.
When it comes to who does what, and there's no bickering or whatever. She's not nearly as prissy as I thought she was going to be.
Right.
So, yeah. So, good for them. But I've been watching it, and it's a very cool show to watch. I really enjoy it.
And he has a little more personality on this show.
Does. He does. I think
he's in his element.
Yep, he's getting to do these challenges and stuff, which is where he obviously excelled in the Big Brother house, too.
And it's outside, running around.
Running and going and doing and
he's
being with her.
He's not built for being secluded.
Agreed. I absolutely agree. You know, the travel and the tension, you know, the time frames they're on and stuff. I think it's pretty cool.
I can actually be okay with rooting for them to do well because they don't annoy me in the show. Whereas when they were just locked in a house with other people, I was like, oh my gosh, you both have got to go.
Yes. So you heard who's getting ready to be locked in a house for Big Brother, huh?
Yeah, and I don't think I'm interested.
Oh, I'm totally watching.
I will watch.
I called a few of them, actually.
I just don't get the Omarosa deal.
Omarosa. I called her being in it.
How do you go from working in the White House to being on Big Brother? I can't even say what I want to say.
Well, we're going to review real quick because anybody that's still listening, knows that we love Big Brother. And starting, I guess, next week almost is the new Celebrity Big Brother cast. And they'll be put in the same house and have the same stuff. Obviously, there'll be some different things, but they announced the cast the other night, actually during the Grammys. So I'm just going to run through them real quick. Give me any little feedback if there is anything, or you can just roll your eyes per each one. I'm going
to roll my eyes on each one.
So we've already said Omarosa. Yes. She obviously went from working in the White House. She then was on The Apprentice. And now she's in Big Brother house.
Yeah, I hope she gets voted out first.
Agreed. I do not want her there.
No.
Mark McGrath.
I'm okay with it.
I'm fine. Pretty sure he's going to be like kind of obnoxious.
Probably,
in there.
But it's fine.
He was the singer from Sugar Ray. Mm-hmm. Shannon Elizabeth, who has American Pie fame that she's still riding and probably getting paid for every day, that she poses with like an apple pie. She has claimed that she has watched every single season of Big Brother and several of them twice.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see if that helps her or not. Meta World Peace. Isn't he kind of violent? Like,
not anymore.
No. Oh, really? Because nothing's going to keep you tame, like being thrown in the Big Brother house.
He's got a temper.
Yeah.
But, we'll see.
So he's obviously a former Ron Artest, but he's an NBA player. Mm-hmm. So that would be interesting. Brandy Glanville, one of the Real Housewives.
She's on every
and I knew she was going to be in there. I knew she would be in there. James Maslow. This one, I don't really even know who he is, but they said he's the star of Big Time Rush. What's that?
It's a Nickelodeon show.
Oh,
where they're like a boy band.
Oh,
yeah,
neat. And he got 4th place on Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to look him up.
Yeah.
Keisha Knight Pulliam.
All right. Her and Omarosa are going to go at it.
I can absolutely. Rudy. Yeah, Rudy's going to be on there. I do hope she puts on a couple of dance performances.
Who?
Rudy.
Why?
Because that's what she did on all the Huxtable.
Oh, like this. It's like, what?
Like,
do you know something?
If they're allowed music to be played at any point and she comes out there and performs, a little jazz routine. And I'm pretty sure like they're going to have to do a lot of editing for as many times as people asking her about Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah. Bill Cosby and
what
Bud.
happened?
Where's Bud?
That's funny.
Just to get on her nerves.
Totally. Marissa Jarrett Winokur. She was the Hairspray Broadway star who kind of made a name for herself.
She seems very happy.
A lot of time. I don't know that that's going to go over well with people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ariana Gutierrez. She was Miss Universe in 2015 for about 2.5 minutes before Steve Harvey said, "Oops, I messed up."
Oh, is that girl?
This is her.
Okay.
This is the one. So she doesn't speak very good English, I believe.
Oh,
that was Miss Universe, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. Chuck Liddell. Oh, Chuck Liddell.
Fine, I guess.
Former MMA artist.
Wasn't he married to...
He's been on Celebrity Apprentice, and apparently he was fairly smart on there.
Yeah. But he was married to some adult film star.
Oh, really?
Jenna Jameson.
Chuck Liddell?
I think. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong MMA fighter. But I thought... If they weren't married, I thought they were maybe in a relationship. I might be thinking of the wrong one. Now that you say his name, I might be thinking of the wrong one.
He's married to Heidi Northcutt.
I don't know who that is.
I don't either.
Look up Jenna Jameson, boyfriend's husband. I think I'm thinking of somebody else. Because I can see his face now, and it's not Chuck Liddell's.
I don't know who this girl is that Chuck's married to, but let's see who Jenna... My work computer's going to get tagged here. Jameson boyfriend?
Sure.
I think she's Laura Bitton.
Yeah, that's now. This was like years.
Oh, you mean like the father of the twins?
Yeah.
Right? Didn't she have?
I think so.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Wait, I know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm almost there. Everybody hold on tight. Hold on
that
tight.
One dude with the...
Maybe not. How many times has she been married? Oh, Jenna Jameson. Gosh, who was it?
Yes. Tito something. Put in
Tito Torres? Is that what
you made that up?
I did make that up. I did. Why is there no boys in here? Tito Ortiz? No.
Yeah.
Is that a person?
I think so.
Tito Ortiz was a fighter, MMA fighter.
Okay, so that's who it was. It was Jenna Jameson and Tito Ortiz. Sorry, Chuck Liddell.
Jeez, that was painful. That was painful. He was married to his first wife. Then he blah 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 blah. Then he was in the military. Then let's see. I don't think they were ever married.
Okay,
but they do have children, twins together.
Okay,
Jesse Jameson and Journey Jet. So, Jesse Jameson Ortiz and Journey Jet Ortiz.
Okay. Sorry,
Not
Chuck.
that those have been set up for their life skills, I can imagine. Okay, so...
Fine with Chuck.
I think he actually might be kind of funny to watch because some people are just going to take him off and he's going to be like, screw you guys, I'm going outside.
Right.
Last and not least, Ross Matthews.
Oh, I love him.
Probably the main reason I'm going to watch.
Oh, that Janet Winnaker, is that her name?
Yes.
They're going to be like besties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
The two happiest people in the house.
But I kind of want to see Ross like hit it off with somebody like a Meta World
Chuck.
Peace or a Chuck Liddell,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And be like, their little confidant.
Yes. I've been a big fan of his since Jay Leno.
I love Ross Matthews.
Was it Ross when he'd do the
Ross
street
on the
thing?
street
Right
or something like that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think he's great.
I love his little laugh.
And he's been a judge on RuPaul's Drag Show.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think he's going to be great, and he'll
be my favorite because I love him.
He's already my favorite.
Yes.
I'm fine with that. So that does start on February 7th, and then I did just in TV wrap up. We talked about the comebacks that are happening. Over and over again, we're finding on things like Roseanne is coming back, and I'm totally here for it. Like, I'm excited about these.
Yeah, I just need to know how they're going to address the whole Dan thing.
Well, Dan's there, right?
I know, but remember how it ended?
Yeah, I'm dead, right?
Right. The whole thing was like a dream.
A dream. I don't know. But...
Just kidding, it wasn't a dream.
I know, right? They're like, we changed our minds.
The heart attack part was a dream.
I mean, the whole thing could be, truly like just start up and kind of them alluding to like, we had to have Dan here, so, it's
and you know what? Roseanne will do that because that's how they did the whole What's the daughter's name?
Becky.
Becky.
When Becky switched.
They're like, you look different.
Yeah, exactly. Did you do your hair different, Becky? And it was a totally different person, right? Both Beckys are going to be on there. Apparently, is what I hear.
Love it.
Yeah, which I think is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But you do know, like, Becky's husband died of like a suicide in real life.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, long time ago.
Okay.
So I don't know what that's gonna be like, but I do know that they, like, she has children or something that are named after him, and I think that's like the throw to him or some Mark was his name. But anyway, so that will be a change. But apparently everybody else is back.
Okay.
Oscar nominee Laurie Metcalf returning to Roseanne.
Yeah.
But I did hear about one new comeback that is going to be happening.
Okay.
And I'm incredibly excited. Some people may not be, but I'm stoked. Murphy Brown
I heard that
is coming back. Faux show. It has been
with
announced.
the same people.
Same cast. Yes. Which, obviously, if it was not that cast, I would not participate.
I'll probably give it a try.
But I heard that it's coming back. And I'm not sure, like, how many people watched it back in the day or whatever, but it was on, 10 years?
Yeah, it was on for a while.
88 to 98.
That
was our prime time right there, But I did read this article about how people don't realize that Murphy Brown, like, basically changed a lot in television.
Wasn't she a single mother or something?
Yes, she became a single mother on the show.
Right.
Because she wanted a child and she didn't have a husband.
Right.
And so she just had a baby. And Dan Quell at that time, like, commented on her having a baby and discounting the importance of having a father. And, like, everybody's like, it's a TV show. But, whatever. You're running for president. Quit talking about that. She also was the reason that she, like, I guess in the first couple episodes or something, she's actually coming back to being a newscaster. And when she's coming back, Corky, do you remember Corky, the little girl, the bouncy girl that was like the other news girl, the blonde one? Yeah. Corky had actually been her replacement, Murphy's replacement, while Murphy was in rehab because she's an alcoholic. Oh. Yeah. So, like, that is a strand throughout the whole show, so they kept Corky on because she was a lifestyle type person or whatever, but she was Murphy's fill-in while she was at rehab. So the very first show talks about that. And I think that was 1988, kind of big deal, right? On TV, at least. And, of course, we talked about the motherhood thing. She had a lot of famous guest stars on there because they could play that off being on a news station and stuff. So a lot of people took place in the show. But anyway,
I'll give it a try.
I'm for it. Yeah, I'm good.
I would love to see them do a moonlighting. Moonlight.
Oh, my gosh. Don't tease me. My mom and I used to watch, she would let me watch, and she probably shouldn't have, but she let me watch Moonlighting and Remington Steele.
Oh, okay.
And
I've seen Remington Steele, but not like as much as I used to.
But Moonlighting, because it was funny, because Bruce Willis was humorous.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
I would really love the Friends cast to get back together. I know that's not happening, but that would be hilarious.
Yes. I saw on Instagram the other day, you know how Instagram has the stories up top?
Yeah.
And this one blogger that I follow on there, she was watching. She always talks about how she watches Friends like at night. Uh-huh. She can count on putting on Friends and that it's funny, and she can watch it or she can fall asleep to it and it's fine, right? But she made the comment, and then I didn't realize just like how old I actually was and how young she was, because she said, "I just love this show. I can't believe that people actually used to like wait from week to week to see what happened next on here."
Oh, yeah.
Because all she's ever known it was like Netflix.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, that blows my mind. Because we did. You watched it and then you waited a week to find out what happened next.
Do you know what my all-time favorite show is?
Please share.
Psych. Have you ever watched Psych?
I've never watched it.
It is
I feel like you've talked about
hilarious.
It before and I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. But I've never watched it.
It's so funny. Two guys, best friends since childhood.
Yeah.
And the guy is not really a psychic. He's just very aware of things. His dad was a cop. Or was a cop. And he just taught him as he was growing up how to be aware of his surroundings and different things and pick up on different clues. So he's able to pick up on clues that other people just don't notice. And he uses that to like make people think he's psychic.
Okay.
Obviously, towards the end of the show, everybody found out that he's not really psychic and blah, blah, blah.
But people do think he's psychic.
Some people, but not the people. Now his
group.
best friend knows, but like everybody else for the whole running of the show, that was the whole thing. Is like nobody knew, but then everybody found out when the show went off.
Sure. So it is off. It was like on USA or something, right?
Me with a movie. They recently had a movie in 2017, a psych movie, and the way it ended, I was like, you've got to come back for either another movie, or
the first movie. So they did a movie.
They did a movie where they're now in. They used to be in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Now they're in San Francisco because his girlfriend Jules, who's a cop, took a job in San Francisco.
But this movie, was it like on USA movie, like a special run type?
It was Psych the movie. Oh. And it was like a Psych episode. It was just 2 hours long.
Psych?
Now Psych is on the Hallmark Channel. And they still show it from time to time on USA.
Yeah, I was about to say, I still see like previews, I feel like.
And I think it's like that Ion channel, whatever.
So, but it's not on Netflix.
Yes.
It is?
I think it's on Netflix, and I think it's either on Netflix, Amazon, or Hulu. But it is, yes.
I'm about to find out.
Because it is the funniest show.
Really?
And like when you pick, in like every episode, they had a pineapple. So they'll like, it's just really weird. It's like one of those cult favorite shows.
Okay.
That's on a cable network.
But it's funny.
It is funny, yes, because the whole show is about these two friends solving crime together with the police. But it's like they do funny things. It's not like every one of the running things is every time Sean, who's the psychic, the fake psychic, introduces his friend Gus, who's played by Dule Hill. Was that right?
Yeah. Who used to be on West Wing, which I loved.
He uses this fake name. And it's always hilarious. And his friend goes with it and he'll be like, yeah.
He's just...
and his friend does this like... if they just each have their personalities where it's
interesting.
Like... And they drive this little blue car. That's Gus's he's a pharmaceutical salesman.
Okay.
So that's his company car.
I don't see it on...
It might be Amazon. But it's...
I'm going to have to look and see if it's on my... illegal method of watching shows, which is what I do.
But my whole point of it was I would love for them to come back with Psych.
Like
like episodes, a season.
Like start up again.
Yes.
Same cast, everything.
Yes.
I wonder who's in charge of deciding reboots. Like I'd love a Who's the Boss reboot. Yes. Or
yes.
Or a...
Mona still living above the garage?
Yes. Or because I think we talked about this one time. She's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love a Growing Pains.
Yes.
Or Family Ties.
Boy Meets World. Not Girl Meets World.
No, yes. Boy Meets World. Legit Boy Meets World.
Yes.
Yeah, I think there's a few more, like Mr. Belvedere.
Yes.
That would be amazing, right?
Yes.
We talked about Greatest American Hero. It's coming back. It's a chick.
Yeah.
Now.
We'll see.
Yeah.
What happens.
I'm not really down for that. So I'm loving I love these reboots. Like, I love it. Why not?
Because it's our childhood.
Exactly.
Our kids are like, what?
Yeah. Well, my kids now, I told you, have that new appreciation for like Full House and everything because of Fuller House.
Yeah.
Which I've watched plenty of this with them. I think they are pretty darn clever with everything they've come up with on this whole Fuller House thing. You know what I mean? And the way that they've worked in all the memories and they do a couple flashbacks here and there. I think it's great.
I'll have to watch it. I still haven't watched it.
Oh, really? Oh, you totally should.
Okay.
Because at first you're like, okay, like this is kind of cheesy. But then you're like, oh my God, like they brought back every single person.
Is Steve there?
Steve is huge in the show. And I love him. And he's constantly in the fridge eating and stuff. It's so funny, But, oh yeah, Steve's a big part of the whole show. And there's like, it's not just like kiddie topics, like just because it's a kind of a kid show on Netflix. Yeah. It's not just that. They talk about like, there are some, why DJ's there, why... like Stephanie's not married and Stephanie finds out she can't have babies and it's It's pretty
give it a
interesting.
go.
You
We'll
should.
see what
It's an easy little 30-minute watch for a couple episodes. You know, I mean,
Yes.
it's you get attached to it at some point where you're like, okay, these people are acting just like I imagine they would as adults. And they do that on there wherever, because Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen didn't agree to be on it. They're the only ones that are not on it. Like literally the only ones from the entire series.
Come
like
on.
the band Girl Talk that Stephanie used to be in got back together on the show and sang I
With the
Saw the
same
Sign.
people?
Yes, the
Stop
same
it.
people. Yes.
Stop it.
I'm telling you, it's amazing. So my kids now love Ace of Base because they're like walking around singing I Saw the Sign. But they, like, in one of the very first episodes, they have to address why Mary-Kate and Ashley are not there.
Yeah.
Because they're like, somebody says something about, well, what about Michelle? You know,
Yeah.
and they all, like, the whole cast turns and looks at the camera and was like, she's too busy with her fashion empire, you know, and they, like, stare at the camera and the audience starts laughing and stuff, you know. So, I mean, they call her out, but it's really funny.
Yeah.
I challenge you to watch it.
I will do it.
Excellent. All right, that's all I got. You got
right.
anything else to share?
No.
No, just gets our little fix out here. I'm so glad you could join us today.
Excited.
Yes, and you know, as the months draw closer, we will have more and more to report on
Yes.
all fronts because the Oscars are going to happen. The baby's going to be here. Royals getting married. I mean, TV's going to be stopping and then starting again. We're going to have to think up new shows to watch. Like, anyone out there that has any recommendations for us on shows to watch, you know what we like, send them our way.
Yeah.
I did have someone write in the other day and tell me that that I needed to watch the it's like Say Yes to the Dress, but it's in England.
Oh.
Yeah. And I dig it.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. It's
Was
way
it on
better.
BBC
It's way better
America or
than
something?
Kleinfeld's.
You have to watch it online.
I watch everything online,
Okay, got it.
Jeanette.
I got
don't
it.
have cable. It's we love recommendations. We'd love to hear what you are watching and what we should watch next, or what we should listen to, what we should know about. Any little tidbits you want to give us, feel free to do that. You can send it to us on Facebook or on Instagram. You could also send us a email through info@themesh.tv. You can find out more about us and all the other shows on The Mesh over at themesh.tv's website. And if you're really feeling frisky, you can give us a voicemail and call us at 828-619-0048. But please find us on Facebook and like us and follow us and give us all kinds of juicy gossip from your corner of the world. But until next time, say goodbye, Jeanette.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Catch you on the flip side.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.